Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Buffalo Run Casino here in Miami, Oklahoma, where all tonight's action is being brought to you by Gary Shaw Productions in association with Terry Holden Productions, the Buffalo Run Casino, and Showtime. This next bout is sanctioned by the Oklahoma Professional Boxing Commission. The chairman is Mr. Danny Hodge. Commissioners are Mike Brewer, Kelly Burden, Glenn Vernon, and Andrew Dirth, and the administrator is Joe Miller. Physicians at ringside, we have Dr. Larry Lovelace and Dr. David Lovelace. Our timekeeper this evening is Ted Van. Introducing the three judges who will be scoring this bout: Max DeLuca of California, Gerald Ritter of Oklahoma, and Peter Trematera from Florida. And your referee in charge is Gary Ritter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Buffalo Run Casino, right here in Miami, Oklahoma, it's time for the leather to fly. This is the ShoBox main event. 10 rounds of boxing in the junior welterweight division. Introducing first, he'll be fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the white trunks with red trim, and he weighed in at 137.5 pounds. He has a perfect professional record, 13 victories, no defeats, 5 wins by knockout. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, here is Isaac Mendoza. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black trunks trimmed in gray. He also weighed in at 137.5 pounds. He too is undefeated with a perfect unblemished record, 20 victories, no defeats, 17 big wins by knockout. From Garland, Texas, introducing the undefeated Americo Santos.
Do it, baby. Come on. Walk it.
Okay, Isaac, come to the ring. Okay, gentlemen, you received your instructions earlier. I want a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Both trunks are good. Touch your gloves. Touch your gloves. Let's have a good one.
Stopped the first fight mercifully. Gary says he's the good-looking brother.
How do you know that's not Gerald?
I don't. Mendoza's got to stay away from Santos's bull rush. He will be on top of him from the opening bell. That is a promise. And here he comes. Santos in black wants to create havoc. And Steve, we don't know really how much of a bomber he is, but he just loves to drop them.
Oh boy, Santos comes out, I mean, every fight, and he's doing it again now, like the other guy stole his lunch money. I mean, he just has this intensity, like he wants to crush the other guy with as quickly as he can.
Well, already I'm impressed with what you talked about. Mendoza not necessarily being able to take it, we don't know that yet, but his counterpunching ability like that.
Yeah, left hook. He's landed 2 beauties.
Off his head.
So Mendoza with real smart aggression here as Santos runs into a left hook. Santos very wild.
Don't turn him. Box.
Santos wanting to get off first here. Jab, then that long right hand as he continues to move with intent towards Isaac Mendoza in the white. So Santos just doesn't want to let a guy breathe, Steve. It's that simple. But he is eating a couple of hooks there. Mendoza absorbs a shot from Santos. And that
No knockdown.
is a slip. Yes, absolutely.
Trip, come here. Box.
We wanted to hear it from Gary Ritter himself. And here comes Santos trying to bury those shots to the ribs of Mendoza. Mendoza in the white. Americo Santos, both unbeaten fighters. Nice double shots from Mendoza, and that rocked Mendoza back. Right hand by Santos to the ribs and then upstairs. How often do you see that?
Man, Santos is just giving Mendoza. Mendoza seemed hurt a minute ago, and he's coming back with big count.
Really is. And Santos with that unorthodox lead right hand a lot. And there's a left crunching to the ribs, right to the ribs, as Santos just opens up with both guns. And Steve, again, I don't know how great a whack this guy has, as he just takes a hard left hook from Mendoza, and now it's infighting. And Ritter warning him to watch their heads.
Well, a few minutes ago, I said that Santos doesn't have defense in his vocabulary. I think that's pretty clear right now.
Oh, but it's just an entertaining fight. And you wonder, really, a guy like this who has not discovered defense, he's only 21, will he ever? He has to, or it'll be lethal for him in the end. It's going to come back to bite him. Red hot first round about to close.
Mendoza not a big puncher. That's a good thing for Santos. He'd be knocked out if Mendoza could whack.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Te cachó, güey?
In the body, güey.
Huh?
Yeah.
¿Te cachó con el cuerpo? We got to box, okay? We got to box.
Okay.
We can move and we move and we move. You're doing better when you're boxing.
Open this shit up,
There's no reason to stay inside, güey.
Okay.
Okay? There's no reason you need to stay inside. Let's box. You're doing much better when you're boxing, güey. Okay?
Huh?
You're doing much better when you're boxing. ¿Estás bien, güey? ¿Estás bien?
Yeah.
Te conectó un poquito. Está cansado él también, güey. Él también está cansado, güey. Mira, hay que presentar, güey. Adriana, güey, tu hija, güey. Hay que presentar todos, güey. Te quiero, güey, cabrón, ¿eh? Hay que darle todo, güey. Respira, güey.
Boy, they want Mendoza to put punches together, but not stand in a pocket and try to trade with this guy. And look at Santos. It looks like he's just going to mug this guy in an alley as he's out first. Crunching left, overhand right. And Santos opening fire here with everything.
Not only does Santos not understand the importance of defense, he doesn't have any sense of pace.
You know, in the tapes we watched of him, Steve, I saw him maybe take 30 seconds off in a fight.
That's combined, right?
Exactly, the whole fight. And he has been 8 before several times. This is scheduled for 10, but if they go with this rapid-fire clip, it would be a miracle. Mendoza with a nice counter right hand.
Well, the body punching's being done by Santos because Mendoza can't miss Santos with his counter punches, so he's not bothering to punch to the body.
Right, but Mendoza's been eating a lot of shots upstairs as well because he's bleeding now from the left nostril. This is not where they want Mendoza to be as he tries to back off the pedal. Santos sinking shots home. And Steve, his leverage is terrible at times.
Balance is terrible too, but he sure fires. And you know what? As awkward as he is, he makes the other guy fight his fight.
He's just dragged Isaac Mendoza into the kind of brawl that his corner was afraid of.
No pushing, Santos.
Santos eats 3 shots there. Says bring it on. That just seemed to rev him up a little more. Hey, he ducked. He avoided a shot. He rolled under one. Here comes the hook again. Right hands from Santos as he is out punching Mendoza 2-3 to 1 here.
And Santos is punching at the range he wants. Just enough distance. Mendoza's not stepping inside enough. Do a little holding, do a little pushing on the inside. Take away those long arms.
Steve, how is Santos open here, even with all of these shots? There he is, I suppose.
Oh, he's open all the time because every punch he throws is hard. He overextends, overreaches.
So Mendoza has to just stay composed and let him pay every time. Counter every mad rush like there, as now Mendoza becomes the aggressor.
I don't know if Mendoza can keep up the pace, but every round that goes by that he's still here, you have to figure his chances increase.
Oh, and here it is. Santos burying that right to the ribs.
First round was close, Nick. This one wasn't. Big round for Santos.
6 furious minutes so far. Scheduled for 10.
¿Qué tiene, güey? Vas ganando, güey. Estoy en la derecha, güey. Este round, güey. Ahora tu aire, güey. Ahora tu aire este round, güey.
Ok, sigue la presión, güey.
Hazlo fallar nomás y tira tu jab. Con el puro jab vamos a ganar.
Action from round 2. It was furious. Flush shots, long shots by Santos. Again, punching at his range. There, Mendoza gets a little close and Santos pushes him away. When you swallow this many shots, as Mendoza is doing, what happens? You start bleeding, you start lumping up. Second round was all Santos, and Mendoza was huffing and puffing heavily in his corner after the first round. I just wonder who's benefits from this pace right now. It's Santos.
You know, Santos is 21 years old. I see a lot of raw stuff with him, Steve, but in a strange way, he creates so many punching opportunities simply because of the sheer volume of shots.
But it's not going to work against world-class opposition,
No
top
doubt.
10 opposition. And yesterday when I said that, suggested it to him, he said, I'm not changing my style for anybody.
Yeah, and what he also told us, there is no such thing as too much aggression. Our kind of fighter. I mean, you got to love it as a television fighter.
That's it.
Santos is in the black. And Isaac Mendoza, 2 unbeaten junior welterweights, stepped up to this challenge knowing they could get to be main event fighters tonight on Showbox, risking perfect records as we hit the 3rd round and a bout scheduled for 10.
And moving, to me, is not the answer for Mendoza. In the first round, his feet were planted, and he landed a lot of big counter hooks. If he's moving, he's not going to be landing that counter hook.
And here we see Santos getting wild, and Mendoza not reacting off of that. And now Mendoza letting his hands go. And if you punch enough, he'll get him on the 2nd and 3rd try because Santos's chin is there.
And let's give Santos, Nick, some credit because in the first round he got hit big shots, hasn't changed his style one iota.
And there's Mendoza on the belt line with a couple of hooks of his own.
Look how square Santos is now.
Santos with that right to the body continually. Just looking to open up Isaac Mendoza and White. And Mendoza backing off again now. You're right, Steve, backing off. He's a different fighter. How many guys can really fight off the back leg? Not many. Mendoza in his own corner, rubbing off the ropes here. And it's Santos controlling action, dictating pace, start to finish. And as you said, controlling the range. But now just standing in front and getting clipped by a combination. But Mendoza not following up.
Well, it seems to me Mendoza with 5 KOs and 13 wins just doesn't have the pop to hurt this fighter. No reason to think that Americo Santos doesn't have a good chin. He's been hit flush in this fight. I just don't think he's being hit by a fighter with a big enough shot to take advantage of all these counter-punching opportunities.
Well, it's not to split hairs, though. Even if he doesn't have crushing power, can he discourage Santos in other ways, though? Even with good, solid counter punches that aren't going to crash land the guy.
Well, he can do that only if he sticks around long enough and does it in the second half of the fight.
They said it would be red hot, and they have been right. In fact, each guy's done his homework on the other, which set up the game plans.
Quiero también las bocas en medio. On those body shots right here too. Body, aquí hacia el medio, güey. Okay?
Use your angles.
Hands up, baby. Angles, we work on that. Angles. He's looking for excuse to go down. Give it one.
Americo Santos trained by his dad, Americo Santos Sr. Isaac Mendoza trained by his brother, Luis Mendoza.
Nick, I'll tell you, I always, we sit here pretty close and we can tell body language pretty well. The body language just before the start of this 4th round was very, very telling. Mendoza looks like, he's huffing and puffing in the corner, a little tired. Santos looks like he's ready for a 100-yard dash. He's just so eager to fight.
He's a tiger. And he has been cutting the ring off, and he has paid the price. But maybe again, Steve, as you said, Mendoza not being a hellacious puncher, Santos is willing to do that. He's just going to outwork this guy, and it's like he's just going to exhaust him. So if you get hit twice to give 3, maybe it's okay, especially if you're not getting your world rocked. And Santos continues to press forward, and there's that hook, and he avoids a shot. And now it's Mendoza standing in the pocket and trying to slug, and retreating. Not Santos. Here comes the pressure. Steve, Santos said that Mendoza's a guy who uses the ring well, but Santos is doing a better job of it.
Well, I think Santos has quicker feet, so he is cutting off the ring. And it's not easy to box against Santos. It is easy to counterpunch, but one shot every 25 seconds is not going to do it.
You said it. Santos in the black.
That left hook from Mendoza was such a weapon in the first round. We have not seen very many flush left hook counterpunches since.
Oh, good right hands. That's 4 that connected from Mendoza. And back battles Americo Santos in black.
And this was the substitute fight, Nick? I mean, no offense to Mighty Mike Arnautis. We love him here at Showbox, but I can't picture him giving us a better fight than these guys.
Oh, and maybe one day they'll meet. They're all unbeaten for now. Santos, a committed body puncher. He has set a blistering pace. And led with his face at times. Left followed by a right from Mendoza. A solid left hook from Mendoza as he retreats. Santos fighting with some fury now. Boy, that was a wake-up call, Steve. That had a sting him. It would seem. And now it's Santos wanting to rumble. Absolutely getting the engine fired up coming after Mendoza. So I was wrong. Maybe it didn't phase him in the least.
I don't know what phases this guy because he's a punch machine. That's all he does is throw punches.
He's been hit maybe 8-10 times this round. Solidly. Tough round to call, Steve.
But don't underestimate those body shots of Santos.
Dame la otra agua.
Yeah, me getting the body again.
Protect yourself, güey. Take deep breath. Take deep breath. Protege tu cuerpo más, güey. Tiran 1, 2.
Quiero hacer esto.
Haz tu trabajo, güey. Haz tu trabajo. No te dejes, güey. Protégete en estos más, güey. ¿Ok? ¿Me oyes?
Yeah.
Encóchate más, güey. Tira tu 1, 2, güey. Tú ganaste.
Action from round 4. You wonder what it does to a fighter's confidence when you hit him with shots and all he does is smile at you and come back at you. I mean, clearly, Santos has not been hurt by these flush shots.
Well, it's so interesting you bring that up, Steve. How many times do you say, hey, when a guy smiles and says you didn't hurt me, he really hurt you?
Yeah.
But I don't believe Santos was hurt. You're right.
Yep.
Santos charges out in black. And Mendoza backing up again, brushing the ropes, trying to find the kind of comfort zone he needs. And Steve, we hit the 5th. We completed 4. How do you have it on your card?
39-37. Santos. First round was very close. I gave it to Mendoza.
So Mendoza definitely and clearly in this fight and capable of winning it, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the second half of the fight in terms of this ridiculous pace Santos is setting.
Mendoza's never been 10. He's been 8. Or Santos has never been 10, been 8 3 times. Mendoza's been 10 once.
Stop, break, step back, box.
And it's almost what happens first? Does Santos burn himself out because of the pace he sets? Or does Santos wear down his opponent because he's landing more shots and Mendoza's taking shots to the body?
Well, I think the danger for Santos, if he gets hit too many times, Mendoza doesn't have to put him on his back to win a lot of rounds, but Santos slowing down a little bit. And there, walking into another right hand.
He's very raw, Nick. He really is. He loads up on every shot, throws punches from left field, squares himself off against the. Now he's only 21. No rush.
Bad habits, though, that would be difficult to break, Steve. Right hand for Mendoza. He's got to grab the momentum, certainly break the rhythm of Santos somehow, and seize some kind of tempo here. He's never been in a position to punch when he wants to punch, Steve, Mendoza. It's always got to be a reaction off Santos's bull rushes. Well, there we see Mendoza making the play, getting out first. Santos actually trying to slide under punches, and now just standing in no man's land without punching before sinking that left to the ribs, and now eating a left hook in return.
Santos with 17 knockouts and 20 wins, but you know what? As square as he is, as often as he's square, he's taking away his own punching power.
Good point, and now he gets rocked a couple of times. Hard to know how good his chin is, how good a shot Mendoza is delivering. As you say, he's got 5 KOs in 13 fights, but 13 wins for Mendoza.
Nice moves. Landing for Santos and then slipping under the counters.
And fight fans, remember, June 11th marks the return of Mike Tyson on pay-per-view.
You know his name. You know his power. But what you don't know is what'll happen next.
It's going to be a train wreck.
Mike Tyson versus 6'6" giant Kevin McBride. Saturday, June 11th, live on pay-per-view. With Mike Tyson, anything is possible.
Cuídate tu cuerpo. No te puedes tirar la cabeza, güey. Protege bien.
Pon el agua, pon el agua en la cabeza.
Mendoza had one good moment here in round 5. As Nick said, it's always counterpunching. Right there, though, he takes the initiative. Hasn't happened too often. The 5th round was the first round of the fight, though, where Santos actually slowed down a little bit. Well, we see more of that in the second half.
Oh, man, he's off his stool like 15 seconds before the bell. Santos, so I don't know. Santos now blistering right overhand lead. But, Steve, I'm convinced that Mendoza, as we saw in that replay, he's got to win some exchanges in tight. As you said, to win this fight, he's got to stand and trade with this guy at times.
Punches up.
Not much on those, but they did make Santos retreat, and they landed. So for pure volume, Mendoza with a nice right uppercut, but doesn't follow through. Here comes Santos. Hey, there's a jab. Power punches. Double hook nicely from Mendoza.
When Mendoza steps to his left neck, I just don't think he's that effective when he boxes. He lands when he's there, when he's standing in front of his opponent and counterpunching. On a 2 or 3 levels below, it's similar to what Chico Corrales had to do against Castillo. I think he has to fight the fighter. I think that's his way of winning, and he's doing a little better in round 5 and a little better in round 6. Is the second half of the fight his? He's behind. He needs these rounds.
Quit pushing with your hand.
So shorten up inside and stay inside and maybe trade and get this guy's attention and slow down this train that's coming at you in black.
But give Santos a lot of credit. He's never abandoned the body attack, especially that left hook to the body. He told me yesterday he'd much rather score a knockout with a left hook to the body than a perfect shot to the chin. In that sense, he's a typical Mexican fighter.
Right. And you notice Mendoza's trying to go to the body as well, and I think he should, because I think Santos is open in a lot of areas, but he does seem to be open down low. And Mendoza only 5'6", even though the reach is close. May have more luck with some body shots. Santos double hook followed by that right. So he's still throwing about 100 shots around.
Nick, to me, the story so far is simple. You just saw Mendoza land a clean right hand. He's landed a lot of flush shots in this fight. He's not a big enough puncher to discourage Santos. That's the difference.
Santos is going nowhere but forward. You're right. Now Mendoza trying to put something together. Some clubbing combinations, and now digging that right hand to the body. Oh, good uppercut from Mendoza. So a pretty good round for Isaac Mendoza in red, or in white, I should say.
That was real good. And I know you can do better than that, okay? I know you can do better than that, okay? Listen to me. He's blocking his punches on the body. Now go to the head, okay? Go down and then go up, okay?
Bien sentadito. Don't let him try to steal the round at the end, Junior.
Come on. Y después regresa con un uppercut de la derecha, güey. Cuando se inclinan para adentro los dos, el güey baja las manos así. Dale por arriba, shot. Aquí tengo.
Early in the fight, Mendoza was a lot more successful with his left hook. The last couple of rounds 5 and 6, it's been the right hand of Mendoza. Landing flush, everything that seems to land lands flush against Santos. He's so wide open because he's either dropping his hands after he punches, or his hands are extended because he's punching himself.
So we head to the 7th, and as we continually say, it's a frustrating thing for Mendoza, but he hadn't been able to discourage Santos, but he's clearly won some rounds. He's absolutely connected solidly in this fight.
I gave Mendoza round 6.
I did as well.
Nick, I have Santos. I had 58-56, 4 rounds to 2.
You had Mendoza winning maybe the first and this last.
Exactly.
Santos is in black, Mendoza white, both unbeaten. Santos barreling in, hands down. Now he's got him up a little bit. Wild left hook.
That almost hit us.
Curious as to why Santos backed up, because Mendoza came back with nothing. Now that right uppercut's landing from Mendoza once again. Was caught a little off balance there, and Santos didn't seize the opportunity to jump on him. So a lot less punching this round from Americo Santos in black. It's almost like he's taking time off.
Well, the funny thing is, when he's not punching, his defense isn't bad. It's only when he's punching that he gets hit.
Now he revs up the engine. There's that right hand landing again, a little stuffed jab to the face by Mendoza. Santos dictating the terms of how fast this fight's going to go. It's double speed for him or nothing.
The difference in power is so pronounced, Nick.
Yeah, Mendoza took those on the gloves, but then Santos pried those gloves apart with sheer volume punching. And a nice left hook to the body. So Santos wakes up second half of this round. Now it's Mendoza who seems to be taking a bit of a breather. Santos walking in without punching.
This is not exactly what I'd call a jab fest tonight, is it? Not too many of those.
Cracking 3-punch combination from Santos, the best we've seen from him in a while.
Santos is wearing Mendoza down with those body shots. He's been throwing them the whole fight, and they're working.
But I think Mendoza's landed to the body as well, but I don't think he's had the effect. As he said, he just doesn't punch as hard. I'm still not convinced that Santos is maybe, I consider him a doubles hitter for now. But he's excited.
Listen to me. You gotta work some angles, baby. Okay, I've been asking you those angles since the beginning of the fight. Okay?
Vete abajo, mijo, véngase abajo, pero súbame las manos o cabecilla, okay?
I want to see more speed in this round, okay? You're getting a little slow. Give me more speed, okay? Combinations, 3, 4, 5, 6s, okay? He might block 1 or 2, but he ain't gonna block the other 3 or 4, okay? Come on,
Suban las manos, Junior.
I know.
Suban las manos y cabecieme, ¿ok?
8 rounds, man. 3 more rounds, okay?
Eso también, mira. The body, baby, the body.
¿Qué queremos? ¿Vienes a perder, güey?
Esa derecha.
Tú estás enojado, güey, porque no te quitan la representación que tú mereces, güey. Este es el momento, güey. Piensa en tu vida.
Come on, baby. You can do it, baby. Come on.
¿La quieres, güey? ¿La quieres, güey?
Steve, there's no question Mendoza flat out told us, and how could you argue, this is obviously the biggest test of his career, and it shows. But Americo Santos Sr. wants his son in black to basically pump up the volume and, you know, nail Mendoza. While you keep punching, get him on the 3rd and 4th try. Nothing about defense on your corner. Huh?
Watch your heads.
Punch more and let that be your protection. And again, if you're driving the other guy back like that, he can't punch.
That's it. By punching so often and by punching to the body a lot, Santos is preventing Mendoza from gaining the momentum and taking the initiative in the second half of the fight.
Good point. But Mendoza shouldn't abandon the body, in my opinion. His corner doesn't want him to, and I think he's been fairly effective there. That's a pleasure in terms of Gary Ritter not having to break him much. The action really has been wall to wall.
Yeah, has there been a clinch in the fight?
Not that I've seen. Yeah, I'm surprised Mendoza doesn't make him pay a little there, because the chin is just hanging there in the air, isn't it, Steve?
It is. That's been really hanging there the whole fight. Although, again, when Santos isn't punching, he moves his head. The time to catch him is when he's punching.
Now Mendoza is doing no punching. Bad idea. He doesn't want to let any round slip away. And now Mendoza trying to fire back. Good body attack by Mendoza as he pins his head to the chest of Americo Santos before retreating.
One thing Mendoza's been unable to do or unwilling to do is make it an infight. And what I mean by infight is I mean pinning your head on Santos' chest and staying there.
Right. And now a good right hand from Mendoza, but why does he back off?
He's tired.
As he eats a couple of shots. Another close round, Steve. Been good momentum swings in this round.
Stop, break, stop, step back, step back, step back.
Is Mendoza busy enough, though, to give these rounds, to win these rounds?
No, I don't think so. That's really been critical. Yeah. Mendoza's been effective at times to the body again in this round. But he's starting to punch in real spurts and backing off and looking slightly gassed. Crowd really into this. Another solid right hand upstairs from Mendoza, and Santos absorbs it all. Oh, the good right hands once, twice.
You gotta keep your hands up, okay? You win the last 2 minutes, and then you step around and work with your jab, and don't stay inside of the last 30 seconds, okay? You gotta keep your hands up. Stay low, man. Come on. Come on, take a deep breath. Keep your hands up, man. Dog, you don't have to stay inside with this guy no more, okay? He's still in the rounds in the last fucking 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Stay low. Go down, okay?
Action from round 8. The first 2 minutes were all Americo Santos. Look what Mendoza did in the last minute. Steps back there. That's where Nick questioned why he stepped back. But once he starts fighting again, boy, so much for my theory about Santos moving his head when he's not punching. He got hit flush.
You think Mendoza won that round, Steve?
I do.
Me too. What do you have it? How do you have it, Steve, with 2 rounds to go?
77-75 Santos.
Wow. I really gut check. Nobody's had their world rocked again. Nobody's been on the floor. They've both been in a fight. It's been a great clip, Steve, and it's a matter of, maybe not only who wants it more, they clearly both want it. but who could will themselves to keep fighting at this pace and win these last 2 rounds. It could virtually be a toss-up on the cards, although I have Santos ahead as well unofficially.
All I know is anytime Santos fights, whether it's Showbox or anywhere else, let me know about it. I want to be there. This guy is a Rocky fighter without the choreography. I mean, you know, his head's snapping back like in a Hollywood movie. He's throwing a million punches.
Father told him, got to win these last 2 rounds. So far, doing a better job of it here a minute into the 9th heat. Steve, neither guy with crushing power, so you would have to think when they go to the cards, if it does go the distance, it's going to be a sheer matter of volume. Punching, of course, with the other ingredients, who's controlling the flow, because when they're not punching, that's where things like the ring generalship, you know, how do you set traps for the other guy? I mean, that's just pure out 2 guys coming at each other. Nothing too subtle about this is what I'm saying.
Swelling under both of the eyes of Mendoza, but here he comes again.
And the only time Mendoza, you know, one of the things they hit on the ring generalship, you got to force your opponent out of his game plan. And the only reason the only time he does that is when he really gets busy and puts these punches together like that. The right hand has found a home again and again tonight.
Santos is ahead on my card because he's landed and thrown more punches. That's not necessarily the case anymore. He's not necessarily the busier fighter here in round 9.
Never thought I'd see him slow down a little bit. This fight is definitely winnable for both men, and neither guy could know they have a safe lead. Certainly Santos from Texas, and the local kid is Mendoza.
Good point.
And Mendoza stealing this round, winning that exchange in tight is what we talked about. And why not? When Santos stops throwing, this is when Mendoza, it would seem, would have to throw more.
And how about Mendoza's composure this fight? This was a big step up for both guys. Mendoza had never fought anybody like this before, and he weathered that early storm. And here he is with a chance to win.
Absolutely. Looking good at the end of 9.
Get in here, man. Get in here. I'll be all right.
Let him cool off. Let him cool off. Let him cool off. Come on, baby. Tienes el 10, ¿verdad?
Sí, ya es el 10. Es el 10. Es el último.
Vamos a acabar como campeón, Shaq. No te metas, ¿eh? No vas a entrar para él. Ciérralo. Ciérralo. Counterboxing, Shaq. Pero vas a entrar lo tuyo. Please make the referee stop the fight, okay? 3 more minutes is all you life in here, okay?
Last round.
Remember, last 30 seconds of the round, you keep your hands up, you let your punches go, but you gotta keep your hands up. That's all he's doing, try to steal the round. Te ganas lo último del round, güey. Se va a cansar, güey.
30 segundos, fueron 30 segundos, güey. Se me hicieron muy largos, güey.
Come on, hands up and keep your movements. Okay, keep your movements. Come on.
All of it.
Tienes corazón.
Todo.
Tienes corazón, güey.
1 to go. How do you have it, Steve?
86-85 Santos. Something tells me, Nick, this is going to be a 10th round to remember.
I agree. It's a winnable fight for both guys, as we see Isaac Mendoza in white and in the black. Americo Santos, unbeaten records on the line. Anybody's fight in the 10th here. Neither guy could conceivably feel they got some kind of a safe lead. Both guys may very well believe they're losing this fight. Each guy. They want Mendoza to box more. But he has been effective slugging. But part of the reason Santos has eased off the pedal, his burning pace has taken a toll on him. On both men. certainly made Santos think twice about just walking in that way, trying to take liberties. Certainly the second half of this fight, Steve.
Santos still aggressive, not as effective.
Oh, he's paying a terrible price. It may be enough to see this victory slip away from him. I wouldn't rule out a draw by any means, Steve. Santos looking far less effective down the stretch. Mendoza picked those punches off with his gloves.
Arm punches from Santos now.
Combination from Santos. Mendoza taking a little bit of this critical 10th round off. He launches in with a left hook. Corner behind him. Will he follow up? Everybody on their feet here. Both corners, that is. Santos getting drilled here. Right hand, left hook to the ribs. And Mendoza could have battled his way back this second half.
Does this
maybe equalize this fight?
Does this division ever not deliver? Now we have two guys. Even hardcore boxing fans didn't know these guys that well. They know them now. Two more names, prospects in the junior welterweight division.
This would be tough to call.
Even on my card, 95.
That's how I have it. I have it even.
Take the fight away from you. Go around the ring. There's no way they're going to take the fight away from you.
Good fight. Just a flat-out good fight. Proving you don't have to knock people down necessarily to make for a good fight. Of course, we would have loved a couple of those, Steve. At the same time, highly entertaining.
You want to go down, this is ours.
No stoppages of action, really.
Great.
Great punch count.
¿Tienes las tijeras tú? Shaq, esta pelea la ganamos, güey. Si nos la quitamos, güey. Si nos la quitan, güey, nunca te vas a agüitar, güey.
Got a mark on him.
Amazing.
Ándale.
That's flat-out tension, Steve. Neither guy's got a.
I don't know.
Neither guy could put this one in the bank. Both of them knowing their perfect records are in jeopardy, but that's why they got together.
That's right. Yeah, are they future contenders? Maybe. Are they pure fighters? Most definitely.
Oh, yeah. Good fight to watch. There's Santos. And it's official now as we go to ring announcer Jake Gutierrez.
Fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 tough rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Judge Gerald Ritter scores this bout 98-92 for Santos. Judge Peter Trematera scores about 96-94 Mendoza. And Judge Max DeLuca scores this bout 96-94 for the winner by split decision. He's still undefeated, Americo